Here we go for another first impression BJJ. Today we're gonna have as guest Bruno Sales. Bruno, I met him I think in 2016 or 17 in Toronto, and
Exactly.
he's from Portugal. Right now he's there, of course, right? He doesn't live in Toronto, so he's back in Portugal. And I would like him to introduce a little bit of himself, and we're gonna keep going with this interview.
Hi guys. Hi Kelvin. Everything okay with you? I hope so. I'm Bruno Sales. I live in Portugal, in a small village, a piscatory village, who call it Ericeira. Right now, it's one of the best zones of surfing in entire Europe.
There we go.
So it's a really important zone for surfing. It's a small village. It's with I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 persons. I don't know.
Really?
I'm not sure about it. Yeah.
It's really small, really small, right?
Yeah. It's really near of Lisbon. It's the main city here in Portugal. And that's it. I live here. I'm born here. I travel too much. I traveled to Toronto also, on where I met Calvin and the other guys, and that's it.
So when you came, I believe you were a purple belt, right?
Exactly.
So how long you been training, Bruno?
So I start BJJ more or less 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah. Probably a little more because I tried jiu-jitsu, and after a few weeks after, I have to do a surgery on my stomach and something like that, and so I stopped training. And when I come back a few months ago, after, and so I more or less 10 years ago.
Okay. Why do you remember like why you started?
Yeah. So my entire life I do it some martial arts,
Okay.
karate, box, something like that. So I already have the spirit of martial arts.
Exactly.
And I already saw some videos and something like that from UFC and Val Tudo, and I know what is jiu-jitsu. Powerful tool to submit, to control the opponent. And I have a huge friend of mine who starts really before me, and I work not far away from the academy that he built. It's a small garage, really small, 10 years ago. And I spoke with him, and he convinced me, let's go, come here to training with me. And so it's really near of my work. Okay. When I come back to home, I pass over there and I train with him and I start my jiu-jitsu career with him.
Yeah. So you had a friend that brought you to jiu-jitsu then?
Exactly.
So you guys were friends even before he started jiu-jitsu?
Exactly.
Okay. He's a preacher.
Yeah.
Preacher of jiu-jitsu. That's good.
Exactly.
Do you remember how was the first class?
I remember perfectly.
There you go.
It was a nightmare. Jesus. Man, because I look and I think, oh, this is not hard. I can do it. Let's go. And 1 minute pass, 2 minutes pass, and where is my stamina? Where is Jesus? I'm really tired. And I try. I cannot pass the guard of the guy. Jesus, it was a nightmare. But at the end, I have the sensation of, whoa, this is amazing. Really clean mind. My spirit is really good. And when I try the first time, I don't care other martial arts. I just care about jiu-jitsu, and that's it. And that's it.
In the first class, everything changed, right?
Exactly.
Like
First class.
you said you passed through like 1 minute, 2 minutes, you training, and then everything in your mind was like, oh my god, I cannot do anything, right? Like this is nightmare or stuff. But then the good feeling come after that, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, like this is exactly what I want to show to people, because a lot of people nowadays, still nowadays, like there are people that think jiu-jitsu is not for them, that they're gonna get injured, or something's gonna happen, but it's not like that. Even though
No.
10 years ago when you did, I'm sure it was like 10 years ago, it was a lot more rough than it is right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Because the people become to jiu-jitsu, and everyone have his time, or
Exactly.
the kind of perspective of jiu-jitsu. For somebody it's like a hobby, for someone it's like, okay, after a hard work day, I go to the gym and I do it some rolls, and for me that's enough, and
That's
I feel really really good. And there are the part of competitors, the part of the, I don't know, there are a lot of different spirits inside on an academy, you know.
exactly. I agree with that. Because we cannot, in any example in life too, right? We cannot compare people because people are different. People go,
Exactly.
they do. We might do the same thing, but we do for different reasons. We have different perspectives, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
This type of mentality that we have to be showing around, like to motivate people to do not only jiu-jitsu or any other sport, that you feel good doing it. So if you feel good doing it, go do it. It's not like,
Exactly.
okay, don't stay home talking on the phone, or I don't have anything against people that want to do that too,
Yeah, for sure. For
but I
sure.
want to spread the word. So then this jiu-jitsu, it's so good for us, that make us try to make other people feel good too through jiu-jitsu.
Exactly. Exactly. And to the other things, there are persons who take the jiu-jitsu like a tool for doing best work, or to doing a better life, to do
Exactly.
a better relationship with the family.
Definitely, yes.
And jiu-jitsu is this. It's not just a martial
Martial
art,
arts.
but it's a tool. It's a way of life. You can
Exactly.
do it everything with the back end of jiu-jitsu, you know. um, I think that yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, I agree with you, man. Like it helps me with my life in anything that I try to do. I always take some example that happening with me in jiu-jitsu, and we put it through our life, and we kind of solve the problem, because
Exactly.
we think better, we take the pressure,
Like you did, like you do it on jiu-jitsu,
yes,
right? If
yes,
you take down someone, the only way to survive to the takedown, it's standing up again. In life, it's the same thing. If
yes,
somebody, you are fired from your job, you're gonna kill you. You're gonna kill yourself,
exactly,
or
exactly.
no, you stand up and try to have a good life or a good position. So
Yes,
that's
I
it.
agree. Definitely, I agree. So after your first class, when you realize that, man, so you've been through karate, right? You come from karate, then did
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu. So as a white belt, I believe you already love jiu-jitsu, right? Like we discovered the passion there, right? We
yeah,
discovered the passion
yeah.
as a white belt, but it's through the whole journey that we actually find ourselves, and to actually to admit that we like jiu-jitsu so much, to stay on the path of jiu-jitsu and have your own school,
Yeah.
and teach other people and bring people to martial arts. So I want you to speak like a little bit about this. Like the moment right now for you is you're having your own school, right? So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
bringing this to other people.
yes,
So what, like, when did you actually felt that you're gonna keep doing this? Like, do you remember in what belt or what period of jiu-jitsu you said, you know
yeah,
what,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I
want to do
remember.
this?
Yeah. So um, I always have the passion to learn, of course, a lot, and try to explain and teach a little bit of my experience to the other persons.
Uh-huh.
Because for me, make no sense you live your life without sharing. You know,
Sharing, yes.
if you share, you can do it. You can do it a better thing for you and for the others. You can be a better person and
Uh-huh.
something like that, you know. So I already have that, and on the path, on our journey of jiu-jitsu, you learn, you always are learning,
Every
um,
day.
but you also um, can create um, a game of jiu-jitsu, positions of jiu-jitsu, but you learn too much. Not just jiu-jitsu. You learn the way to live on jiu-jitsu environment. You know,
Yes.
with respect, with sharing, with friendship. You know,
Exactly.
and this is the beauty of jiu-jitsu. And when I realize of that, oh man, I want this be part of my life.
My life,
The
exactly.
sharing, the respect, the confidence, the friendship, everything, you
Yes.
know. And 5 years ago, my teacher Vinicius Constantino from Icon team, um, come with me, talk with me, and Bruno, I have a huge project for you. Um, let's gonna open a class just for kids above 3 years old to 6 years old. Too young, too young. It's like a baby, you know.
2 years, oh my god, yeah.
No, from 3 years ago
Oh, from three
to
years,
three.
okay, from
Yeah,
three, yes.
mostly academies on that time start the jiu-jitsu classes from 4 years, 4 years old, you know.
Yeah.
And there are a huge difference between a kid with 3 years old and a kid with the 4 years old.
Oh yeah,
It's
for sure.
total different. So he come with me and talk about that. This is a huge challenge for you, and that's it. And let's go. Let's gonna try. And okay, let's go. On that time, I finished my aviation career
Okay.
because I was a father and I spend a lot of time out of my home, and perfect, because after that I will start a new project with
Yeah.
teaching kids on jiu-jitsu, and at the same time I left my previous job, and okay, now I have time for my family and for
And
jiu-jitsu and for this project. So started over there, and it was amazing. Right now it's perfect. I'm really love what I do, and
awesome.
it's really important for me see the evolution of the kids with 3-4 years old,
Uh-huh.
because it's the base of everything, you know. And it's really good, really good.
So that was the time when you got the chance to start teaching.
Yeah,
So you start teaching with kids, like very young kids, right?
yeah,
I'm sure it's amazing. It's really nice because we have kids. We start with four actually. Here we
yeah,
start with four, and it is a challenge. It is a challenge, with four, like starting with 4 years old, it's already a challenge. Can you imagine with three? Yeah.
Kelvin, imagine three. It's it's
No, I
amazing.
know. I know, I
It's
know.
amazing.
These little ones, it's like sometimes it's like the best class, sometimes they drive you crazy, right? They're like, oh my god, come here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
5, 10 kids running around, one want to do one thing, the other one, i'm
yeah.
sure I'm sure it was like a great experience. What belt were you?
Right now I'm brown belt,
But when you start doing the teaching with the kids?
purple belt.
Purple belt. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, sounds good. That's pretty good. I start teaching when I was blue belt, and then same thing, blue belt and then purple belt. That's when I got the opportunity to actually teach here and start teaching at Cambridge. So then everything started. Everyone has like one point to start, but I
yeah,
always, since I would say, since white no since blue belt, white belt, white belt, because I met my first Brazilian coach when I was white belt, Professor Tiago Sorriso. He was like one of the greatest guy, like that jiu-jitsu introduced to me, and he put this passion on me of teaching. you
yeah,
know he
yeah.
always told me about teaching, that you don't need to be a competitor, you don't need to be the best one, you need to know how to share it and teach,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
you can live jiu-jitsu,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm sure it was hard at the beginning, but the more you do, the more we like, right?
And after that, you can see the results. You spend
Exactly.
a few months, weeks, whatever, without kids, without students. And sometimes you look to back and, oh, this is the wrong choice. I do it. And you have to believe on your project, on this challenge, and you have to believe in your competencies. So go, and after that, on the before this pandemic situation, I have more or less 40 students,
Uh-huh.
40 kids. It's a lot of kids, to
Oh
manage
yeah.
the kids, and it's, yeah, Calvin, it's really tough. But at the end of the class, I look at around and it's amazing.
It's
It's
amazing, huh?
amazing. Yeah.
Everybody with smiles, make you feel like you did something
Imagine,
good.
yeah, imagine that. Imagine a young kid with 3 years old escaping the hip perfectly. Yeah, perfectly.
I know they can do it. I
Basic, but like a machine.
Uh-huh.
You have to see.
I'm sure, man. And it's nice, make you proud too, right? You look at
Exactly.
it, my God, I did this, you did
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
makes you proud, I'm sure makes you proud. But so now you are brown belt, you have your own gym, right? You're working on your own projects now. How is it?
I still work on the same project with my teacher Vinicius Constantino, and my own project right now. It's with him and
Okay.
with another teacher, Alexandre Isidro,
Okay.
from Icon Jiu-Jitsu. It's a huge competitor, a huge teacher too. Um, so it's a project of three,
Okay.
and
Okay.
expanding. You know,
It is.
we are expanded. Our base it's here in Ericeira. We expand for Lisbon. We expand
Okay.
for Torres Vedras, and Icon Jiu-Jitsu have more or less 12 or 13 academies just here in Portugal.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's nice. So you guys it's a big team then in Portugal, right? If they
in
have 12.
Portugal, in Europe, yeah.
That's
In
that's
Europe, we are really, really strong, and expanding. There are a few academies in United States, a lot of academies in Brazil,
amazing.
and that's it.
No, that's amazing. They have like who so did the team start there, or the team came from Brazil?
The team starts from Brazil.
Okay.
There are two teachers, two masters. Zé Marcelo, it was
Must be.
a world champion.
Yeah.
It's a huge guy. And he starts with Anderson Pereira from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, also Rio de Janeiro. And together he built the team, come to Europe and expand, and that's it. Right now, I think
you.
150 academies for the
Wow.
entire world,
Wow.
something
That's pretty
like
good.
that. I'm not sure about the number.
But it's a big team. It's a big
Yeah,
team.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
a big
big
team.
team. That's good. You got to support. So you got people to look up to keep going. Because
Exactly, exactly.
it's good to have a good team. Like here, I have George Brito. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, I
that
know,
George.
I know.
So George is the guy who are here with me. I am with him all the time. I am with him. Like we produce the tournaments. We do next gen. We do Abu Dhabi. We do
Yeah,
IBJJF, and it's nice to look up to him and see some examples. I think that I can take for me, and keep building. We're together. I'm in the same team, but in another way. I'm talking about in the individual, so I can look to him, learn, and take so I can share with other people the things
exactly,
that he shares. I can share.
exactly. It's all about improvement,
Exactly. I agree. I
all the
agree.
time. Improvement to be better, and to give to the other peoples a better service, a
For sure.
better
I
lessons, a
agree.
better experience.
Exactly. Like we mentioned before, jiu-jitsu 10 years ago was like a lot more rough than now.
Exactly.
And we gotta keep learning the ways to introduce jiu-jitsu in a better way in people's
Yeah,
lives.
that's
So
it.
we don't want to bring the guy, okay, let's do jiu-jitsu, and then put him in right away in the room to train, and then get one tough guy, put to this guy to, oh no, you're gonna like whatever he's gonna do. No, the guy gonna get smashed.
Yeah,
You might gonna traumatize the guy, you maybe not, but the percentage is like very high, to say no, I'm not gonna
exactly.
come back to this place. But we keep learning with these guys came from way before, is still on the game, always improving, and I like, in my opinion, I like to be around people that been in the game
Yeah,
for a long time, and teachers.
it's a lot of experience,
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of
No matter
experience.
what, no
Yeah,
matter what, you can say thing you cannot agree, but it is that.
yeah,
And so we're talking, before we start, like actually the episode, before we're talking about some the pandemic and stuff. So the situation with the gym now, it's closed, right?
yeah, yeah,
And no, I guess nobody knows when it's gonna be open.
yeah. Nobody knows because it's not up to me or up to us. It's about government decisions. So we have to wait. It's not easy because you want your project uh,
To move
bigger,
forward.
yeah, move forward, and right now you have to wait because what happened on the entire world. It's not a normal thing, it's everybody don't expect something like that, but we have to realize the better solution is waiting, think about the solutions, and when this pass come with a lot of courage, a lot of
Exactly.
strength, and keep
Exactly.
moving and keep
Keep
working.
working, right? Keep working
Yeah,
to move to make the dream happen. I agree with that.
exactly,
and
exactly.
um and so how is this with the students, like I'm sure you talk to students and
Yeah,
stuff, but how are people reacting for that? Like people wants to go back to training.
yeah, for sure.
Definitely, right?
The people are, Jesus, are really really upset
Uh-huh.
with this kind of situation, because this still a little bit your freedom.
For sure,
You
for sure.
I cannot go out from home to drink a coffee, for example, a simple thing. And
Exactly.
the persons are really upset because they want almost the normal life, and on the jiu-jitsu want to continue jiu-jitsu because they love training.
Exactly.
And the kids, the adults, the girls, everybody wants to keep training.
Exactly.
I live really near of the sea, and
Okay.
there are a little street, and I saw a lot of times people who training on the academy running on the street just to
Uh-huh.
do it the exercise, but
Exercise.
all the time focus on good health, good
Exactly.
shape, and it's really tough. It's
I'm
really
sure.
tough.
I'm sure. Do you think you guys gonna lose like students because of the pandemic? Like that people like don't want to go back because they're afraid or something
Yeah,
like
probably.
that, right?
Look at some. There are people or persons for everything.
Exactly.
There are persons who don't have afraid uh, of this pandemic situation. There are persons who have a lot of afraid of this situation. We have to respect that.
Uh-huh.
Don't um, That's it. We have to respect, but we have to push the people, to
Exactly.
don't
That's
give
what that's
up.
what the point I wanted to get
Yeah,
actually. Yes.
to don't give up. It's just a few weeks or just a few months. The normal life is coming back, and you have
Yes.
to you
Yes.
have to you have to wait a little bit. You have to be patient. And I think this pandemic situation, it's also, you can bring something positive for you, because you have to be more patient with yourself, with the others, with the society,
Exactly.
and that's it. More or less, it's this.
Yes, I agree because I really in the first time when it happened the lockdown after the 6 months we lost, right? We had
Yeah,
difference of students
normal.
coming back, we lost, and but we kept that type of conversation with this, like myself, I really like to keep the friendship, to be talking to the persons, like you went back, you just came for a visit and we still like 2020 we talking, like
Yeah,
I like to be always talking to keep that type of friendship. Maybe one day I go to Portugal, I'm gonna go visit you, and
for sure, for sure.
especially around me. So my clients that kind of stopped, I was upset, of course, because it's nothing with them, but the pandemic created this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
nothing with them. But I also want to keep pushing this person, like you said. I want to keep pushing them because this is for wellness. This is for feel like to feel good for your health. It's not coronavirus that's gonna stop you from coming to the gym to feel good. You know.
yeah. But there is a other question, because probably like you, I look to my students or to my friends of the academy. I look at to the guys like my family,
Yes.
and when I saw that, I want the better for they, and
Exactly.
I know what is the way. The way is, okay. Let's gonna do exercise. Let's gonna do the same style of life, okay, with
Exactly.
wellness, with uh, good meals, with
Yeah, with good
about
habits, right?
everything,
Good
everything
habits.
about jiu-jitsu, your habits, and it's really important. It's really important because I want to take care of that.
Exactly. You want to see the person doing well, right?
Exactly,
Exactly.
like I did before this starts. You
Uh-huh.
know, me and my teacher and everybody
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah. I know. I agree. I agree. This thing is just like driving a lot of people crazy. It's everything's about coronavirus now. Vaccine, no vaccines. Vaccines are
Yeah,
late. Vaccine should be this. Oh, I'm not gonna take vaccines or whatever. Unfortunately, this is it's a thing that is like consuming us a lot, and in our case, kind of preventing us to keep moving forward on our project, that we want to keep doing it, because it's a strong power that move us to make this
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
but at the same side, like right now, I took this time, to be honest, I took this time to think a lot whatever I had to do, like I wasn't just stopped. I'm sure you too, you're not just like waiting things to happen,
Yeah.
but I took some time to learn. I started reading, I started reading a lot. I never, not reading, I actually listen to it. So I say reading, it's the same thing pretty much anyways, but I listen to it, and I listen to many books. I gain some knowledge,
Yeah.
I start to think a little bit in a better way to approach the gym and maybe my clients, I feel like some people that didn't take this time to improve too,
Yeah.
it's gonna be living at this time for a long time.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I
You
understand.
know,
I spend a lot of time right now, and the first on the first lockdown, um, studying the history of jiu-jitsu, but everything you can imagine. I study, I read, I see, I saw a lot of videos on the YouTube, and to share,
exactly.
because I already know. I was spending a lot of time at home, so I decided, no, I have
You
to
must do something.
create something to give more to my clients, to my students,
Exactly.
even the kids. Uh, I start on the first lockdown with the Zoom classes, but it's not jiu-jitsu classes. It's exercise classes,
Exercise class. Yeah.
because I know they are locked down to in home, and
Uh-huh.
the kid need to put your
Spend
energy.
the power, spend the
Yeah,
energy.
on the first class I give on Zoom, after a few minutes after the class, father called me and, Bruno, thanks a lot, because my daughter, Jesus, she don't feel the arms, she don't feel the legs, and you don't understand. On the day after, he called me again, Bruno, you don't believe, my daughter sleep
The
12
whole night.
hours. Yeah, it's, oh, please do it again, do it again. And then that's it. It's really, it's about you, it's concerning your family,
Yeah.
to give the best to the other persons. And I'm, for me, make no sense jiu-jitsu class on Zoom, because there are, you don't grab, you don't feel,
No partners, right? No
yeah, there
contact.
are no partner, there are no talk about the training, uh,
Exactly.
there are nothing. So
Nothing like the gym. Nothing
yeah,
like the
yeah,
gym.
it's total different. But on the case of the kids, it's amazing,
Uh-huh.
because they spend an half an hour doing exercise, polichinelo and something
Yeah.
like that, push-ups and something like that. And after that, an half an hour, it's like a miracle for that family,
Uh-huh.
because the kids are happy, are more patient, are more, I don't know, you
How
know.
long, how long did you kept those classes going?
Sorry, I don't understand.
How long how many classes did you do through Zoom in the first lockdown?
Uh, a lot. Per week, I give two classes per
Classes.
week.
Okay.
Yeah, with
Oh,
half an hour, that's enough.
that's good.
On the first lockdown, I give classes about 45 minutes, and there are too much for the
Too
kids,
much. Yes.
because there are almost no breaks.
Exactly.
It's just a break of 1 minute to drink water and come back again.
Come back.
It's
Yeah.
really tough.
It's very different, right? Like
Yeah.
very different. Very different.
But imagine,
Yeah.
it's also really hard, because we are talking about the kids of 3 years old, 4 years old. The parents have to stay on the
Beside
side.
them, yeah.
Oh, do it the exercise, do it the exercise. You understand? So if you give classes with a long durability, it's really hard to the kid accomplish, you know.
Uh-huh.
So an half an hour, that's enough. The kid are really, really happy. The parents too, and that's it.
That's what makes it good, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
The parents happy, the kids are tired, and that's what makes us, you
yeah.
know, outstand. People, like you said, the father called you and said, "Thank you, Bruno." I'm sure it was like relieving, like taking some stress out of them because kids are going
Oh,
crazy, right? Full of
yeah,
energy
yeah.
and
It's a lot of it's too many weeks, too many months on at home.
at
You
home.
know, trying to studying online, trying to do. Even the parents have to work in at home.
At home,
It's
exactly.
hard.
Be all the time at home, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
yeah. All the management to give the I don't know the bed to the kids,
Uh-huh.
to put some food on the table for the
Exactly.
kids.
Exactly.
It's a lot of things to do at home without fresh air. You know,
For
it's
sure, no,
hard.
for sure. Oh,
It's
definitely.
hard.
I agree with that. I agree. And we need to, of course, go is breathe some fresh air, you know, and feel different. Be with, even though it's your family, but sometimes you gotta be away, you gotta be at work, you know, see other people,
Exactly.
do something different, you know. And
Exactly. Exactly.
this time was really hard for everybody, business, social life, you know, family lives, everybody. I'm sure it was hard. But
Yeah.
anyways, like going out of the pandemic. So, oh well, still on the pandemic. You guys have trained, like sometimes you and your friends, you know, like some friends that are able to train. How is it? You've been
Yeah.
training? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes we grab a piece of mat and we're training here on or other place.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard because on this case of the second lockdown, because you are not too much motivated, you know. On the first time, okay, we have to do this, but I expect better days. On
Yeah.
the second lockdown,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's hard.
Uh-huh.
So right now, it's really rare to training with other guy, or
Uh-huh.
probably it's more easy to go outside and run with
Do
one or
something.
two
Yeah. Oh,
friends,
I agree.
uh, doing a few push-ups and come back home, take a shower, and you know.
I know, like me and my partner, he's a purple belt, like you said, very dismotivated, you know, not feeling, even though we go to the gym, we try maybe once a week, we roll, we do some training. But now we actually decide to do some investments and we bought like equipments for the gym, like for lifting. And that's what I like me and him been doing, you know, go to the
Yeah,
gym, lift, and then go home because it's not the same, you know. We try to keep training, but without all the people that you train all the time and
different,
that
different.
motivation.
The environment,
Yeah,
the environment, the warm hair on
yeah,
the academy. You know, the you look to the a guy. Oh, he are struggling. Oh, I look to the other. But at the end, there are the relationship. Um, you can talk with one guy or other guy or a girl or a
exactly. The
kid or
environment, right? The
yeah,
environment
it's the
is
environment, you know, it's
brings
different.
you for that, brings
Yeah,
you to train, brings you to.
exactly. If
I
you
know.
try with the same person every time and something like that, it's cool. But at the same time, you're gonna expect something boring, you know. Oh,
Yes, yes.
okay, I already have this partner at a lot of
A
time.
lot
I
of
want to change, you know.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
It looks like the game is always the same then, right? You're rolling the same,
exactly, exactly,
you
exactly.
stuck there, you stuck at the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand, I understand.
yeah.
We passing through a really hard time, but I'm sure we're gonna take really good things out of it, you know.
Yeah,
And
I believe it.
I hope we can, you know, keep working on our projects to make it make it even better. I'm sure I'm sure this thing will go away. There's no way we're gonna be living forever like this, you know. I'm
Oh,
sure it's
I
gonna,
believe too. Yeah,
you're gonna open your gym, I'm gonna open my own gym too, and be able to see our students, you know, and share more jiu-jitsu, share more knowledge. And like, to just end up our conversation, I would like you to like share some knowledge and words about like trying to keep people motivated. I want you to, you know, like talk to maybe your students right now, take the time to talk to your
yeah,
students,
yeah,
everybody else, you know, to share the word to keep them
yeah.
motivated.
Okay, so I don't know. There are a lot of things I can say to the persons who are watching this video, this conversation, but I think the best quotes I can tell you, it's like don't give up from what the life are doing for you. On this case, jiu-jitsu is really important in your life. So don't give up from the jiu-jitsu. This is a challenge. Like the entire journey on jiu-jitsu, it was for you, for me, and for everybody. Don't give up. If you go fall in some situation, stand up and move forward. It's
Exactly.
like jiu-jitsu. Don't give up. Never, 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 never.
Never give up. That's the word. Never give up. I know coronavirus is gonna finish. We're gonna be
Sure.
still and strong, you know, waiting the time to keep working and build more little ones, build more 3 years
Yeah.
old kids to do stuff, you know, bring some happiness for some adults, you know, exercise, make them struggle with cardio and with training. But after the class, we're gonna see big smiles, you know, we're gonna see sweat.
Best. Yeah.
Best thing we ask for, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to be able to see that again, you know.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Bruno, thank you very much for the time. I really
Thanks,
appreciate that.
Calvin.
You know, like I mentioned earlier, I met Bruno 2000, I don't know, 16, 17 here in Toronto. We kept talking, you know, through Facebook, Instagram. So
Exactly.
I hope, you know, you can get your gym together and keep working on that, and, you know, be successful.
Oh, thanks a lot,
I
man.
have the same dream, you know. So we always gonna be sharing. Maybe in the future we're gonna do another episode, you know, come and talk in Portuguese next time, because
Okay. Okay.
it's one of the project, you know, like
Okay.
it's my project to have the podcast in English and Portuguese so we can share, because that the thing is, the more people can understand us, the more we're gonna share this.
For
English,
sure.
Portuguese, French, whatever I could speak, I would do it, you know.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your time, and I hope
Thanks
to
a
see you
lot,
sometime
Calvin.
soon. I will visit you one day in Portugal.
For sure. I'm
Listen,
waiting for you, okay,
I'm
for our
telling you.
role.
All right, take care, brother.
Us,
Us.
bro. Take care, okay?